Hello, and welcome back to The Power of Now, a guide to spiritual enlightenment with Gilda and Barbara. Today, we're doing a book study on Awakening to Divine Purpose, a guide through the 6 stages of spiritual transformation, written by Barbara Wainwright, and we hope you have your copy so that you can follow along. Today, we are on Stage 2, Searching for Truth, Section 3, Spiritual Questioning. My name is Barbara Wainwright, and I'm here with Gilda Simonet. Welcome, Gilda.
Thank you. Spiritual Questioning. A quote by Pablo Picasso. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away.
And then the questions begin. What is life all about? How do I find meaning? These questions can arise at any age. Youth or old age makes no difference. I've known people to awaken in their 60s, and I've met 18-year-olds who are already awake. I've even met children who were wide awake. In fact, I believe children are born awake, and in our society, we are conditioned to shut them down, to put them to sleep, so to speak.
The questions come, and the answers often seem obscure. This is when the teacher appears. And the teacher comes with even more questions. Questions that can sometimes feel perplexing, such as, what are you passionate about? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? What would you like your obituary to say? What is truly important to you? Do you want your life to matter? Do you want to make a difference?
We land here at spiritual questioning after having had an awakening of sorts, an awakening to the fact that there's got to be more to life than being married with 2 kids and the white picket fence and having the degrees on the wall and all of that. It's all worldly stuff, but it isn't fulfilling. It gives you a sense of pride. Sure, yeah, look at what I did, but it doesn't satisfy the inner yearning for something more meaningful, for something deeper, for a deeper meaning to life. And I think that's what this little section here is about, is coming to the realization that there is more to life, and it's time to start asking those questions and searching for the answers.
I remember when my spiritual journey first began, and I just always had this feeling that I wanted to help people, but I didn't know how yet. I just always had this lingering feeling I just want to help people. I want to help people. It wasn't a clear path on how. I didn't have any kind of plan. It was just something that I felt. And over time, I started finding that feeling started turning into action. I went from wanting to help people to actually helping people. And I found that I have been helping people, through this podcast, through what I do for a living. And sometimes I find that I'm even helping people without realizing or knowing that I'm helping them.
I think that's the bottom line that people come to. That's the realization that people come to when they have this awakening that, oh my God, there's got to be something more to life than this. I remember when second marriage, when it came to an end, that for me was like, what is life all about? I thought it was about getting married and having kids and, building a family and having longevity with the family and, having that solid foundation from which to go do life. But no, that wasn't it for me, that's for sure. I think after that awakening, if you will, or aha moment where you're realizing that nothing is making sense, life is not going how I thought it should go or would go. And what is this whole thing about? Why am I here? Why am I doing this? And I think a lot of people get discouraged and want to check out. And a lot of people do check out. They just, I'm over it. I'm over and done with the pain and the sorrow of what I thought was going to happen isn't happening. So I'm outie. But I'm not saying that's a good way to go. I don't advocate for that at all. I say stick to it because, like they say in the 12-step program, keep coming back. It works if you work it, meaning life gets good if you know how to do life, and the miracles happen. And that's another thing they say, don't leave before the miracle, because miracles happen. I so believe in miracles. I've seen miracles happen over and over and over again. So don't leave before the miracle. What is the miracle? Maybe the miracle is discovering that you're a spiritual being having this human experience. And this human experience is so temporary. It's so blink of the eye compared to your soul's history, the number of lifetimes that you've actually experienced on earth. And it's just the blink of an eye, this episode, all right, or this incarnation, whatever you want to call it. It's short compared to the number of lifetimes that you've had. And what are we here to learn? I mean, that's the next question that I was asking is what are we here to learn? Why? And maybe the answer that I came up with anyway, it's to learn unconditional love and compassion for our fellow man, for the fellow human being that's going through the same thing, if not something worse than what you're going through. And they've had to deal with a lot of pain as well. So what is it all about? What does it all mean? Why are we here to do this? I do believe it's so that we develop that unconditional love and compassion. How do you have compassion for somebody if you haven't had the experience? You don't know what they've been through. Once you have that compassion, it's a genuine, authentic resonance with somebody when they're going through it, where you can say, I feel for you. I know where you've been. I've been there too, or something close to it, and it's painful. And guess what? You will get to the other side. This too shall pass, and you will get to the other side of it. So hang in there, because there's a miracle coming. Don't leave before the miracle.
Right. And I'm learning that you don't have to have all the answers right now. You can just stay with the questions and try to stay present with what you feel. And in that space, you'll just kind of find that clarity will come. And what's meant for you will meet you there. Like you will find, like the answers that you're looking for if you just kind of practice presence and sit with it. And with that, we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
If you've enjoyed this podcast and you'd like to experience a deeper connection, we have two beautiful options. You can work with Gilda as your coach to apply these teachings in your real life. Or if you feel called to help others transform, you can become a certified professional coach through Wainwright Global. To learn more, join our Facebook group, The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment with Gilda and Barbara. Send us a direct message, just type the word coach, and we'll reply with the details and help you choose the best fit.